Deep space near the outer rim of the VGA system, the KT patrol cruiser, Silent Hunter, drifts through the asteroid field, its crew of 6 scanning for illegal mining operations. Captain Rex leads a routine mission as should have been simple. The K Empire controls this sector, and few dare challenge their authority. Their sensors detect an unknown vessel, massive, angular, and unlike anything in their databases. The ship appears damaged, moving slowly through the debris field. Rex orders his communications officer, Tal, to hail the vessel using standard galactic protocols. Unknown ship, you have entered KF territorial space. Identify yourself and state your business. The response comes in heavily accented but clear galactic standard. This is Captain Blake of the UE's Thunderstrike. We are conducting repairs. After engine failure, we mean no harm. Rex examines the vessel through their viewscreen. It looks primitive compared to KE technology. Metal, hull plating, visible weapon mounts, and strange markings. The crew laughs at what appears to be an easy target. Surely this backward species will surrender their cargo without resistance. Prepare to be boarded for inspection, Rex commands. Lower your shields and power down weapons. Negative, comes the Con reply. We are in international space conducting lawful repairs. We decline your boarding request. The K crew exchanges glances. No one refuses their demands. Rex decides to make an example of these foolish aliens. He orders his weapons officer, Nix, to target their engines with a warning shot. The plasma bolt strikes the human ship's rear section. Damage appears minimal, but surely the message is clear. Instead of surrender, the human vessel slowly turns to face them. Its weapons begin powering up. Primitive kinetic cannons and missile tubes. Last warning, Rex transmits. Submit to inspection or be destroyed. Captain Blake's voice returns, still eerily calm. You fired on a vessel of Earth Command. I strongly advise you to withdraw immediately. The Cath crew erupts in laughter. Earth Command. They have never heard of such a pathetic-sounding organization. Rex orders a full attack, confident his advanced ship will easily destroy these primitives. But as the first exchange of fire begins, something goes terribly wrong. The human ship's shields absorb their plasma weapons with impossible efficiency. Return fire from kinetic weapons punches through their own shields like they are made of paper. Alarms scream throughout the Cath ship as whole breaches cascade through multiple sections. How can primitive projectile weapons be so devastating? Sir, Tal reports with growing panic. I'm detecting massive energy signatures approaching our position. Multiple contacts, all massive. The view screen fills with new arrivals. A dozen ships similar to the Thunderstrike, but larger, more threatening. Each vessel broadcasts the same identifier, Earth Command. Captain Blake's voice cuts through their confusion. Cath vessel, you have attacked a ship under Earth Command protection. You now face Task Force 7 of the Human Defense Fleet. Surrender immediately or face total destruction. Rex stares at the overwhelming force surrounding his crippled ship. These humans appeared from nowhere, moving faster than should be possible. Their weapons technology defies everything the KTH know about physics. But the real terror comes when Tal accesses the Galactic Military Database, searching for any reference to Earth Command. What he finds drains the color from his face. Captain, he whispers, Earth Command. They're the ones who destroyed the Vor Empire, the species that wiped out the Krell hegemony in 3 days. The military force that made the Zephyrian Collective surrender without firing a shot. Every Cath warrior knows these stories. Whispered ties of a mysterious military power that appears from the void, crushing entire civilizations before vanishing again. They thought them legends, myths to frighten children. Now they face the reality that Earth Command is very real, very powerful, and very angry. The human fleet maintains perfect formation around the damaged K ship. No demands, no negotiations, just the silent promise of annihilation if they make one wrong move. Rex realizes his crew has made a catastrophic mistake. They did not attack some primitive backwater species. They attacked Earth Command, the most feared military force in NAR, known space. As a ship continues to lose atmosphere and power, Rex must decide. Surrender to these legendary warriors or die fighting against impossible odds. The name Earth Command will haunt his dreams forever if he lives long enough to have them. Asterisk aboard the crippled KTH patrol ship Silent Hunter. Key crew sits in stunned silence as their ship continues to leak atmosphere. Emergency lights cast eerie shadows across the bridge, while outside, 12 human warships maintain their threatening formation. Rex studies the tactical display with growing dread. Each Earth Command vessel shows energy readings that dwarf his own ship's maximum output. Their formation is perfect, too perfect. These humans move like they have fought together for decades. Sir, Navigation Officer Vex reports quietly. I'm analyzing their approach vectors. They didn't come from any known jump point. It's like they materialized from empty space. Tal continues searching the military database, his hands shaking as he reads classified reports. Captain, there are more files here. The Vor Empire had 60 Aero-0 ships when Earth Command found them. The entire fleet was destroyed in 18 hours. The bridge crew exchanges terrified glances. 60 Aero-0 ships. The Vor Empire had been the strongest military power in 3 sectors. How could any force destroy them so quickly? What about survivors? Asks Weapons Officer Nix, his usual arrogance replaced by fear. According to these records, Earth Command left one ship intact, a messenger to spread word of what happens when you cross them. The survivor reports describe human weapons that can crack planets and ships that move faster than light without. Using jump gates through the view screen, they watch the human fleet adjust position. The movements are subtle, but deliberate classic Predator behavior. These ships are not just powerful, they are operated by experienced killers. Captain Blake's voice returns over their communication system. Key vessel, you have 30 seconds to respond to our surrender demand. This is your final warning. Rex knows his options are limited. His ship cannot fight, cannot run, and cannot hide. But surrendering to Earth Command means acknowledging that his empire, the mighty Keth, are nothing compared to these mysterious humans. Open a channel, he orders reluctantly. Keith, patrol ship Silent Hunter to Earth Command Task Force. We surrender unconditionally, acknowledged. Prepare to receive a boarding party. Any hostile action will result in immediate destruction. 2 human shuttles detach from the lead warship, approaching with the same precise formation as the main fleet. Rex orders his remaining crew to lay down their weapons and gather in the main corridor. The first human to board is Commander Davis, a tall, scarred veteran who moves with deadly confidence. Behind him come 4 Marines in advanced combat armor. Weapons ready but not threatening. I am Commander Davis of Earth Command Fleet Operations. He announces in perfect galactic standard, your ship fired on one of our vessels conducting lawful repairs. This constitutes an act of war. Rex tries to maintain some dignity despite his terror. I am Captain Rex of the Keth Imperial Navy. We were conducting routine security operations in our territorial space. Davis examines the bridge with professional interest, noting the damage from their brief exchange of fire. Captain, this sector was declared neutral space by the Galactic Accords of 2387. Your territorial claims are not recognized by Earth Command. We have controlled this system for over 200 years. Rex protests weakly. And Earth Command has been protecting free navigation rights for over 400 years. Davis replies calmly, "Your historical claims are irrelevant." The human commander's casual mention of 4 centuries shocks the KTH crew. Their own empire is barely 300 years old. These humans have been a galactic power since before the K even reached space. Davis continues his inspection, occasionally making notes on a handheld device. "Your crew will be processed as prisoners of war and returned to Kethase with a formal diplomatic protest. Your ship will be impounded as evidence of unprovoked aggression." "What happens to us?" Tal asks nervously. "You will deliver a message to your government," Davis explains. "Earth Command does not seek conflict with the KTH Empire, but we will defend our ships and citizens from any aggression. This incident will be reported to the Galactic Council as a violation of neutral space." The implications hit Rex like a physical blow. If Earth Command reports this to the Galactic Council, the KTH Empire's reputation will be destroyed. Every other species will know they attacked the legendary human fleet and were easily defeated. But worse than the political consequences is the military reality. Now cleared every Cath warrior. Earth Command is not a myth or legend. They are real, they are powerful, and they have been watching from the shadows for centuries. Not, as Davis completes his inspection, Rex realizes his people have been living in a carefully maintained illusion of strength. The K Empire rules only because Earth Command allows it. The humans have been the true power all along. Kemp Imperial Command Center, 3 days after the incident, High Admiral Kane stands before the War Council of the K Empire, his career hanging by a thread. A holographic displays show tactical analyses of the encounter between the Silent Hunter and Earth Command forces. Every simulation ends the same way: total Keth defeat. "Explain to me," Emperor Voss demands from his throne, "how a single human ship destroyed our patrol cruiser while barely taking damage." Kane reviews the data again, hoping to find some detail that might save his reputation. "Your Majesty, our weapons had minimal effect on their shields. Their kinetic projectiles penetrated our defenses completely. It defies our understanding of military technology." War Minister Dax interrupts with barely controlled rage. "You told us Earth Command was a myth. Intelligence reports suggested they were scattered pirates using human technology. The intelligence was wrong," Kane admits reluctantly. "Earth Command appears to be a unified military force with capabilities far exceeding our projections." The Emperor studies the tactical readouts showing 12 human warships appearing instantly at the battle site. "How did they respond so quickly? Our nearest reinforcements were 6 hours away." "Unknown, Your Majesty. They seemed to materialize from empty space. No jump signatures, no approach vectors. They were simply there." Science Advisor Nell steps forward with additional disturbing information. "Your Majesty, I have been analyzing historical records since this incident. There are patterns we previously dismissed as coincidence. The holographic display changes to show a galactic map with markers indicating major military defeats over the past century to mysterious collapses of the Fourth Empire, the Krell hegemony, and the Zephyrian Collective. In each case," Nell continues, "the defeated empire had recently encountered ships identifying as Earth Command. Within months, their entire military structure collapsed." Emperor Voss leans forward with growing concern. "Are you suggesting Earth Command was responsible for these defeats?" "The evidence suggests a pattern of escalating response, Your Majesty. Initial contact, demonstration of superior force, then complete military destruction if the target species continues aggressive behavior." The War Council exchanges nervous glances. Everyone knows the stories of these fallen empires. but they had attributed the defeats to internal conflicts or unknown alien threats. The possibility that one species, humans, could be responsible for such widespread destruction is terrifying. Defense Minister Rex brings up another troubling point. What concerns me most is their restraint. Earth Command could have destroyed the Silent Hunter instantly, but they chose to disable and capture instead. This suggests sophisticated military doctrine and clear rules of engagement. Kane nods grimly. Commander Davis mentioned that Earth Command has been protecting free navigation rights for 4 centuries. This implies a long-term strategic presence in galactic affairs that we completely failed to detect. The Emperor processes this information with growing unease. The Keth Empire prides itself on superior intelligence gathering and military preparedness. The idea that an entire human civilization has been operating under their awareness is humiliating. What do our allies report about Earth Command? He asks. War Minister Dax consults his files. Initial responses indicate widespread knowledge of Earth Command among older civilizations. The Altarian Republic describes them as galaxy guardians who maintain balance between major powers. The Century Federation calls them the Watchers who prevent any single empire from becoming too aggressive. And they never shared this intelligence with us. Apparently, Your Majesty, most species assume everyone knows about Earth Command. They have been a constant presence in galactic politics for so long that mentioning them seems unnecessary. The implications are staggering. The Keth Empire has been expanding aggressively for decades, believing themselves to be the dominant military power. Meanwhile, Earth Command has been observing, evaluating, and apparently preparing for the day when Keth ambitions would require correction. Emperor Voss stands and paces before the tactical displays. What are Earth Command's likely next actions? Kane reviews the diplomatic protocols mentioned by Commander Davis. They will file a formal complaint with the Galactic Council regarding our violation of neutral space. This will be accompanied by complete tactical recordings of the engagement, which means every species in the galaxy will see how easily they defeated us. Yes, Your Majesty. The Emperor stops pacing and faces his war council with expression of grim determination. Then we have 2 choices: acknowledge Earth Command's superiority and adjust our expansion policies accordingly, or prepare for a war we cannot win against an enemy we do not understand. The silence that follows this statement speaks volumes. Every member of the War Council understands that the KTH Empire has suddenly discovered they are not the apex predators of the galaxy. They are merely another species that Earth Command has been watching and waiting to correct. The age of KE dominance may be ending before it truly began. Galactic Council Chambers. 1 week after the incident, Ambassador Cole stands at the podium in the center of the Great Circular Chamber, surrounded by representatives from 47 different species. This is the first time in decades that Earth Command has requested an official hearing before the Galactic Council. Most species watch with intense curiosity. Many have heard whispers of Earth Command, but few have seen their representatives in person. The humans appear unremarkable. Average height, no visible weapons, simple uniforms bearing only the distinctive Earth Command insignia. Council Speaker Tam, an elderly Alarian, calls the session to order. The Galactic Council recognizes Ambassador Cole of Earth Command. You may present your formal complaint. Cole activates a holographic display showing the encounter between the Silent Hunter and the Thunder Strike. The recording is crystal clear, captured from multiple angles by Earth Command sensors. Honorable Council members, 7 days ago, KE Imperial forces fired upon the UE Thunder Strike while conducting lawful repairs in neutral space. This unprovoked attack violated Articles 12, 15, and 23 of the Galactic Navigation Accords. The KE representative, Admiral Ka, rises to object. The vessel was in territory claimed by the KE Empire for over 2 centuries. Admiral Kine Cole responds calmly, Earth Command does not recognize unilateral territorial expansion into neutral space. These claims were never ratified by the Galactic Council. Speaker Tam examines the star charts. The records confirm that this system was designated neutral space by unanimous Council vote in 2003, 187. The K Empire was a signatory to that agreement. Murmurs ripple through the chamber as other representatives realize the implications. The KF have been illegally claiming neutral territory while Earth Command has been silently protecting it. Cole continues his presentation. This incident represents a pattern of aggressive expansion by the Kath Empire into neutral space. Earth Command has monitored 17 similar violations over the past 2 years. Monitor, Kane interrupts with obvious frustration. Where were you? We detected no Earth Command presence in those systems. Earth Command maintains continuous patrols throughout neutral space. Cole explains matter-of-factly. Our ships operate under stealth protocols unless intervention becomes necessary. Its casual admission sends shock waves through the chamber. Earth Command has been secretly patrolling neutral space for years, watching everyone without being detected. The technological implications are staggering. The vegan representative, Commander Zor, asks the question on everyone's mind. Ambassador Cole, exactly how extensive is Earth Command's presence in this galaxy? Cole considers his response carefully. Earth Command operates a fleet of approximately 12,000 vessels across 47 sectors. We maintain monitoring stations in all major trade routes and have rapid response capabilities for any threat to galactic stability. The number hits the chamber like a physical blow. 12,000 ships larger than most empires' entire military forces. The Kath Empire, considered one of the most powerful military forces in the galaxy, operates barely 3,000 vessels. Emperor Voss himself has arrived for this hearing, unable to delegate such a critical moment. Ambassador, if Earth Command possesses such overwhelming military superiority, why have you remained hidden? Earth Command's mission is to maintain galactic stability and protect free navigation. Cole explains, open displays of military power often create more problems than they solve. We prefer to work behind the scenes unless direct intervention becomes necessary. The Century representative nods knowingly. This explains the sudden collapses of several aggressive empires over the past century. Earth Command was responsible for stopping them. We intervened only when those empires threatened galactic stability through excessive aggression. Cole confirms the Vorth Empire was enslaving entire species. The Krellal hegemony was destroying civilian shipping. The Zephyrian Collective was attempting to monopolize essential trade routes. Speaker Tam reviews historical records on his display. In each case, these empires were offered opportunities to cease their aggressive behavior before Earth Command took action. That is correct. Earth Command always prefers diplomatic solutions to military ones. Admiral Kane realizes his empire now faces the same choice that destroyed the Vorth, Krell, and Zephyrians. What does Earth Command require from the K Empire? Cole's response is direct and non-negotiable: immediate withdrawal from all illegally claimed neutral territories, compensation for damages to the UE Thunder Strike, and formal acknowledgement of Earth Command's authority to protect neutral space. The chamber falls silent as everyone understands the implications. The KTH Empire must choose between accepting Earth Command's terms or facing the same fate as the other aggressive empires. Emperor Voss looks around the chamber, seeing the mixture of relief and concern on other representatives' faces. Relief that someone is finally checking key expansion, concern about what Earth Command's revelation means for their own future actions. "We need time to consider these terms," he says finally. "You have 48 hours, Cole replies simply. "After that, Earth Command will take appropriate action to ensure compliance. The age of hidden watchers has ended. Earth Command has stepped into the light." Imperial Palace of the K Empire, 47 hours after the ultimatum. Emperor Voss stands alone in his private chamber, staring at tactical displays showing Earth Command positions throughout Kath. The humans have not moved closer, but they have not withdrawn either. 12 massive warships maintain position at the edge of every major K system, a clear demonstration of capability. The door chimes and War Minister Dax enters with the final intelligence reports. "Your Majesty, our deep space sensors have detected over 300 Earth Command vessels within our territory. They appeared simultaneously across all our systems. 300 ships," Voss repeats quietly, "more than our entire home fleet." "Yes, Your Majesty, and these appear to be standard patrol vessels. Intelligence suggests Earth Command's main battle fleets are significantly more powerful." The Emperor reviews the reports from his advisors. Every military simulation ends in complete Kath defeat. Every economic analysis shows that war with Earth Command would bankrupt the Empire within months. Every diplomatic assessment concludes that no other empire would support the KE against humanity. "What news from our allies?" Dax hesitates before answering. "The Rigelian Union has formally withdrawn from our Mutual Defense Pact. The Capellan Syndicate is reviewing their trade agreements. The Proyan Federation sent a message suggesting we seriously consider Earth Command's terms. So we stand alone. Yes, Your Majesty. Worse, several of our client species are requesting Earth Command protection for their shipping lanes. They no longer trust our ability to provide security." The irony is not lost on Voss. The KTH Empire built its power by offering protection to smaller species in exchange for tribute and loyalty. Now, those same species are turning to Earth Command for the security the KF can no longer guarantee. A soft chime indicates an incoming priority transmission. Emperor Voss activates the holographic display and Ambassador Cole appears in the chamber. "Emperor Voss, the 48-hour deadline expires in 1 hour. Earth Command requires your decision. Ambassador, I must ask, if we comply with your terms, what assurance do we have that Earth Command will not simply make additional demands?" Cole's expression remains neutral but not unfriendly. "Earth Command has no interest in controlling the K Empire. Our only concern is preventing aggressive expansion into neutral space and protecting free navigation rights. Comply with galactic law, and you will have no further conflict with us. And if we refuse, then Earth Command will take whatever action is necessary to ensure compliance. This could range from economic sanctions to military intervention, depending on your level of resistance." Voss studies the human ambassador through the hologram. Despite the overwhelming military advantage, Cole shows no arrogance or desire for conquest. The humans genuinely seem interested only in maintaining galactic stability. "Ambassador, may I ask why Earth Command waited so long to reveal itself? You could have prevented much suffering by acting openly decades ago." Cole considers the question carefully. Earth Command learned long ago that visible military superiority often creates resentment and rebellion. Species that submit to overwhelming force rarely do so willingly. We prefer to let civilizations develop naturally while preventing only the most serious threats to galactic peace. But our expansion threatened that peace. Your expansion into neutral space violated galactic law and threatened trade routes essential to smaller species. Earth Command cannot allow any single empire to control critical resources or shipping lanes. The Emperor realizes this conversation represents more than just the K Empire's fate. Earth Command is explaining the rules that have governed galactic civilization for centuries. Rules the KTH never knew existed. Very well, Ambassador. The K Empire formally accepts Earth Command's terms. We will withdraw from all contested neutral territories within 30 days and provide compensation for damages to your vessel. Thank you, Emperor Voss. Earth Command looks forward to peaceful relations with the K Empire. The transmission ends, leaving Voss alone with the magnitude of what has just occurred. The K Empire has gone from galactic superpower to regional authority in the span of a week. But as he reviews the new situation, Voss realizes this may not be entirely negative. The constant military expansion had been draining the Empire's resources and creating enemies throughout the galaxy. Perhaps focusing on internal development rather than external conquest will ultimately benefit his people. 3 days later, Earth Command ships begin withdrawing from KTH space as promised. They leave behind monitoring stations and patrol schedules, but the human presence becomes subtle again. The galaxy has learned that Earth Command is real, powerful, and always watching. Trade routes become safer as aggressive species reconsider their expansion plans. Smaller civilizations breathe easier knowing someone is protecting their rights. The age of unchecked imperial expansion has ended. The age of Earth Command has begun. In the depths of space, human ships resume their silent patrol, maintaining the peace that most species never knew they were protecting. The Watchers have returned to the shadows, but everyone knows they are there. Asterisk.